ourselves. We don't ask good questions of ourselves. And if we could master asking good questions of ourselves, I think we would be more comfortable asking questions about theology, about politics, about truth versus false. If we would start in the most difficult war inside ourselves. So let me give us 5 checks on questions and assumptions. And these 5 questions are 5 questions we are supposed to be asking ourselves. And I'm warning you up front, all 5 of them are painful for me. This is us bleeding together. This is a safe environment. So we can go through these 5 questions together. The first one is an attitude check. The first question we need to ask ourselves is about attitude, because attitude affects everything. We need to ask ourselves why I am automatically opposed to what you are offering, to what you are saying, why am I automatically against it? Let's ask ourselves that question. Why am I automatically against this? And really dig for it and look for the right attitude. And I think we will be surprised that our attitude is so often wrong and we sabotage our question and answer time right from the beginning. Why am I automatically opposed to what they are presenting? Let's ask that. Check our attitude. It's about to get worse. Ready? The second question we need to ask ourselves, after attitude, is about motivation. Motivation. Why do I have to be right and them wrong? Why do I have to win this argument? What is at stake here that I'm automatically assuming I'm in the right and they're in the wrong? Ouch. Some of it is stubbornness, a lack of patience. Some of it is crippling insecurity, fear, and anxiety. And we don't want to lose face. I got to win this argument or I'm not a man, whatever that means. We got to check our motivation. Number 3. 3 questions we got to ask ourselves. Challenging questions and assumptions. The third question we've got to ask is about facts. Is all of my information correct? Don't assume it is. Is all of my information correct? Probably not. Is any of their information correct? And then adjust accordingly. It's okay to be wrong and adjust. That's wisdom, that's maturity. It's immaturity and toddler-like to say, no, I'm right regardless of the facts. And we have observer bias where we only want to hear and receive facts that support what we already think is true. And therefore we never grow, my friends. The disciples are going to have a growing moment in John chapter 9. Let's you and I have growing moments by checking the facts. Okay. The next one. Feel the pain already. The fourth question that we need to ask about our assumptions, about ourselves, it's literally checking our assumptions. What actions of mine, what beliefs do I have that I have built on this idea? Am I behaving in such a way that it's built on this series of things that I think is true, that it turns out it isn't? This is not fact. I've built this activity on this fact. I am wrong and so far in left field. That's an important question to ask. Once we start examining why we do things and start looking into the facts behind our foundation, then that ought to influence, well, what we believe is true and how we live truth. And that's just, well, the Bible word for it is discipleship. Our culture calls that personal growth. And growth is important. Which then leads me to number 5, which is check growth. Last but not least. Come on. You've been in church so long, you are not willing to grow. You've done that. You've heard that. You're content with where you are. You're ready to go to Jesus. Thank you very much. We need to stop and ask, am I willing to grow and change? Can I correct the course of my action now? Can I correct right now what I think? Can I correct right now my attitude, my motivation, my worldview? We don't want to be guilty of having bad theology just because we bought into lies presented to us and we've never stopped to ask good questions. So boom.